good evening, and welcome to the 5th episode of the What's Cooking Coogs cooking tour. So the first recipe that we have is definitely sure to kind of cure your sweet tooth, right?
Oh, for sure.
So tell us, you're making a mug cake.
Mug cake. Okay, so little lava cake is more or less what I'll be cooking here, because the microwave, when you use it right, can be a very versatile cooking implement. And when you're living in the dorms, don't have really good kitchen access, we work with what we have. Just use plain old coffee mug, a couple of dry ingredients that can all be found at the C-store, and of course, one of the favorite ingredients of all, Nutella. The main trick to making something like this, as with any sort of quick bread, like your muffins, biscuits, anything of that sort, is being very careful when you're mixing everything together. Because if you take this little guy and overmix it, you're going to end up basically chewing on an eraser. And yeah, no matter how good it tastes, nobody wants that. So I got all my dry team over here. I'm going to mix them together first. A little bit of flour, sugar, cocoa powder, a little bit of baking powder, a little pinch of salt. When I say a little bit, I mean just a little bit. Again, the idea is that when you mix together the wet stuff and the dry stuff, the less beating and the less of a tough brownie that you're going to get. And actually, since this is a double recipe, get to have some for you and a friend, or if you have one of those jumbo Starbucks coffee mugs, call it a, hey, it's finals, and we're celebrating, a little treat for yourself.
So far, tell us the ingredients here that we can find in the C-store.
All right, we have our Nutella, as I mentioned, a little bit of oil. I like canola, a little bit of milk. I prefer whole milk for the texture, but hey, skim won't hurt. And get this bad boy in there. I think I said about 3 tablespoons. Right, so I don't know if those of you are paying attention, I added the wet ingredients to the dry ingredients. Just for the sake of the heavy stuff is going to fall to the bottom. So theoretically, that's less mixing you'll have to do. Just kind of turn this around just a little bit. Everything looks like it's just come together. It doesn't have to be smooth. You just want everything to be integrated. So I'm going to very carefully divide everything here between the 2 cups. The main idea is you don't want to go beyond 3/4 full. Otherwise, you will end up with one messy microwave to clean up. So, everything loaded up. And because microwave times can vary, we're going to keep a good eye on this one right here.
So one of the things I always like to tell people is never deprive yourself of your favorite foods, right? If you have a sweet tooth, if you really love chocolate, heck, I really love chocolate, you want to make sure that you incorporate it in moderation in the proper portion sizes every once and again. So having something like this with your friend while you're studying for finals, if it's not something you do all the time, it's totally okay. But yeah, but overall, you do want to limit your sugar consumption, fat, and sodium. So again, that's why this isn't something you eat all the time, but you surely don't need to feel guilty about it if you're just doing it once with friends for dessert while you're studying.
I'd say a night like last night when it's 30 degrees outside.
Yeah, when it's cold, this is so good. And you can make it just right so that the inside is still like really almost runny and gooey, like that traditional lava cake that you might get at a restaurant. But then again, you're controlling all of these ingredients too, so another reason to feel pretty good about what you're eating.
I think we're looking good. Nice little shiny glossy
Ooh,
top.
Ooh, look at that. Ooh,
Perfect unison. I love you guys.
Pretty.
Perfect. Heck yeah.
Okay, so our next recipe, super simple. I do this one all the time, especially if I need something really quick as an appetizer while friends are coming over, or even for demos, nutrition workshops, we do this one quite a bit. Again, these are all ingredients that you're buying from the C-store, so if you're trying to use up those Cougar cash swipes, this is the kind of stuff that you can buy. So we have popcorn, and Carlos is going to put this together for me as I talk. One of my big tips anytime you want to go for a snack, especially during finals when times are really busy and you have a really hectic schedule, show off, right? Popcorn is awesome and it's super affordable too, and you can flavor it up in a multitude of ways. So my big tip, have some kind of carbohydrate, preferably, a complex carbohydrate with a protein or healthy fat. So here we have peanuts. Unfortunately, I can't eat this one, but you guys can. And we're doing a chili lime flavor. So I know people love chili lime. And what you want to do is get just 2 of these bags from the C-store. You can get regular dry roasted peanuts. You can even get honey roasted peanuts. You can get cashews. You can get the corn nuts. You can get any of those. All of those would be okay. So we have some chili powder here. Just add it straight on in. You guys, this is the easiest recipe ever. Toss it up. You could also make this sweeter. So if you like cinnamon sugar, you could do that. Carlos even mentioned doing hot cocoa powder mix over this if you want something like really sweet and decadent. So absolutely, you can try doing that too.
And heads up for those who don't know, there is a big difference between chili powder and cayenne. And yeah, try and do equal amounts of the same. Bad idea.
Yes. Thank goodness for Carlos, because I was like, oh, we need to get cayenne for the demo today. And he was like, no, chili powder.
Are you sure?
I mean, I really like spicy, but
and
you're not
that was the
that
last
spicy.
episode of What's Cooking Coogs. Nobody came back. Thanks, Sarah.
You could even, if you have like salsa or Valentina or some kind of hot sauce, maybe even sriracha, you could drizzle that over and just mix it up. So good. Valentina, if you guys have tried that, it is so good. And for like a huge bottle, it's 89 cents at the grocery store.
No joke, what's really good is take a little bit of butter or margarine, whatever you be doing with popcorn, mix the sriracha in with that, get it all together, and then give it a good
Pour
toss.
it over. Good, right? And you can customize it again to whatever sweet, spicy. If you want it garlicky, you could do it that way. You could do a little bit of Parmesan on top. That would be awesome too.
A little chocolate drizzle.
So what a fun way to flavor up your popcorn. And again, all ingredients that you can buy here on campus in our C-stores. Okay, so we have one final recipe for you guys, and we'll be able to have sort of a...
Come as you are, help yourself.
Yeah, exactly. So we are going to be doing some yogurt parfaits, which are awesome. It's a great take, especially if you like to pick up a little yogurt in the C-stores. It's a good take on that, and it actually makes for a really healthy breakfast too.
The cool thing about this is it's all about making it your own. So many foods, if they don't seem appealing to us, then yeah, of course we're not going to have any desire to go ahead and eat them. But with parfaits, you choose your fruit, choose your crunchy component, a little bit of sweetener, whatever sounds good to you. So, you know, just a good old prototype. Get a little bit of yogurt. Got 2 different kinds here. I'm going to go a little nuts.
Is that plain or vanilla?
This is a vanilla. I was trying to get a little bit of Greek yogurt, but unfortunately it was repurposed before I could get a hold of it. Yeah.
But we do have Greek yogurt always in the C-stores. We have Chobani. Just a really yummy brand.
Yeah, especially with some berries and just a little bit of honey. So good.
So the good thing about this is you can layer it as you like. You can do, like he's doing 2 different types of yogurt, but you can also do like color themes. So for the holidays, you can maybe do strawberries and kiwi. That would be really cute. This version is more of like a summery type version, but again, if you want to buy these frozen in bags and then make this on your own, reach in, grab some fruit, it's really super simple that way. So he's adding a little bit of honey to the top. Totally optional if you want to. It's not a whole lot, right? So it's in moderation, and it's so pretty. So especially if you have friends over, what a simple thing to make that may be kind of impressive too. So do you guys want to come up and make your own? well that wraps it up for the 5th episode of the What's Cooking Coogs cooking tour. Tonight we made 3 awesome recipes with all C-store ingredients using only 1 microwave. So super, super simple, completely realistic, and obviously a really great way to feed yourself while you're studying for finals.